Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 15th of March 2024. Let's start with our session. Recently, which state or the Union Territory conducted all women maritime surveillance mission? This is Andaman and Nicobar, and Andaman and Nicobar Command marked the 40th anniversary of INAS 318 and International Women's Day with the historic all-women maritime surveillance mission, and this crew consisted of Lieutenant Commander Shubhangi Swaroop, Lieutenant Cadre Divya Sharma and Lieutenant Vaishali Mishra. Okay, and it showcased women's pivotal role in the naval air arm. So this event emphasized gender equality as women officers handled pre-flight briefing, meteorological briefing, medical checkup and air traffic control, right? So the mission success reaffirms the women's capability in executing the independent operation task, where they reinforce their crucial contributions to the national defense, right? So Andaman and Nicobar Command conducted the all-women maritime surveillance mission. Now here our keyword is women, and now let's see some of the important women empowerment related current affairs. Who has been appointed as the first female neutral umpire by the ICC for a bilateral series? This is Sue Redfern. Okay, she is the very first female neutral umpire for a bilateral series. Recently, which Indian private aerospace manufacturer has launched the Kalpana Fellowship for women interest in space tech? So this is Skyroot Aerospace. They have launched the Kalpana Fellowship for those women who are very much interested in space technology. Recently, which country's women's team clinched the gold medal in the Badminton Asia Team Championship? This is our country, India, and you have to tell me India has won this gold medal by defeating which country in this championship. When is the National Women's Day observed every year in India? We celebrate the National Women's Day on 13th of February, and we celebrate the International Women's Day on 8th of March. Both of these days are different, okay? And what was the theme for International Women's Day this year? The theme was Invest in Women, Accelerating Progress, okay? Kristina Piskova, who recently won the Miss World 2024 title, belongs to which country? She is now the Miss World for 2024 and she is from Czech Republic country. Which city is the location of recently inaugurated India's first girls military school? This is Vrindavan. Okay, India's very first girls military school has been opened in Vrindavan. Recently, where was the Khelo India Rising Talent Identification Program inaugurated? So, Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports, Mr. Anurag Singh Thakur, has recently launched the Khelo India Rising Talent Identification, that is Kirti program, where in Chandigarh. So Olympic champion Neeraj Chopra commended the initiative, where he emphasizes its potential to balance the sports and studies. So Kirti is a part of Khelo India mission, and it targets the athletes who are aged between 9 to 18 in the schools nationwide. So program plans 20 lakh assessments annually through talent assessment centers, utilizing IT tools to identify and showcase the talent, reflecting India's commitment to the global sports excellence, right? So the Khelo India Rising Talent Identification Program has been inaugurated in Chandigarh. Now let's see some of the important host related current affairs. Recently, which country hosted the 17th annual International Biocuration Conference? This conference took place in India. Okay. Recently, which institute hosted the All India Research Scholars Summit 2024? This is IIT Madras. They have hosted the All India Research Scholars Summit. The first ever Maharashtra's MSME Defense Expo is recently hosted in which Indian city? This is Pune city. Mobile World Congress 2024 is recently hosted by which country? Your answer would be Spain. Okay. Which country is hosting the 5th edition of the International Gita Mahotsav 2024? So the 5th edition of International Gita Mahotsav has been hosted by Sri Lanka. FIFA World Cup 2026 will be hosted by which one of the following countries? FIFA World Cup 2026 would be hosted by 3 countries jointly. The first one is Canada, second is the Mexico, and the third one is US. Okay. Mission Divya Astra, recently seen in the news, is related to which one of the following missile system? Actually, India has successfully conducted the inaugural flight test of the Agni 5 nuclear ballistic missile on 11th of March as a part of Make in India initiative by the DRDO. And this indigenously developed missile incorporates the MIRV technology, which basically allows a single missile to deploy the multiple warheads in across different locations. Okay, so it is referred to as Mission Divya Astra by PM Modi, and Agni 5 marks a significant advancement as it can simultaneously target the multiple locations, in contrast to the conventional missiles with a single warhead for a solitary or unique target. Fine. So Mission Divya Astra is associated with Agni 5 missile system. Fine. Now here our keyword is missile, and now let's see some of the important news regarding different missiles. Yaks missile, recently seen in the news, is an intercontinental ballistic missile developed by which country? This is an ICBM. Yaks missile is, and it is from Russia. It belongs to Russia. Where was the first private sector facility for the manufacturing of ammunition and the missiles unveiled? So the very first private sector facility for the manufacturing of ammunition and missiles has been unveiled in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. Zircon missile, a supersonic ballistic missile, is recently launched by which country? Zircon missile also belongs to Russia. Okay. Which country has recently signed an agreement with the United States to purchase the Tomahawk missile? Here answer is Japan. Okay. Japan has signed this agreement with US so that they can purchase the Tomahawk missiles from the US. What type of missile is new generation Akash NG missile? So the basic feature of Akash missile is that it is surface to air missile. What type of missile is Astra, which was recently making news? Astra is air to air missile. Fine. Next question is, revamped pharmaceuticals technology upgradation assistance scheme recently seen in the news is introduced by which ministry? Answer is here A option, that is Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. They have introduced the revamped pharmaceuticals technology upgradation assistance scheme, and this initiative provides the quality based subsidies to the pharmaceutical companies for achieving the revised schedule and WHO certifications. So the scheme aims to elevate the pharmaceutical industry's standards, promoting adherence to the revised Schedule M and WHO guidelines, thereby enhancing the quality and safety of pharmaceutical products that are manufactured in the country, right? So revamped pharmaceuticals technology upgradation assistance scheme has been introduced by Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Now here our keyword is a scheme, and now let's see some of the important schemes that are in news. Neen Galum Nalama scheme, recently seen in the news, is launched by which Indian state? This scheme belongs to Tamil Nadu. Recently, which state has launched the state widow remarriage promotion scheme? Answer is Jharkhand. Recently, which state government has launched an initiative to support the young entrepreneurs called as M-Yuva scheme? Answer would be UP. Okay. Indrama housing scheme, recently seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? This is a housing scheme of Telangana state. Which state government recently announced a fully funded universal life insurance scheme? This is Nagaland. Fine. A very important festival that is celebrated in Nagaland is Hornbill Festival. Many a times this question has been asked in your examination. Can you tell me the Pakke Paga Hornbill Festival is celebrated in which Indian state? Recently, Ministry of Rural Development signed a memorandum of understanding with which institute to formalize their partnership in applications of geospatial technology and artificial intelligence. Here answer is IIT Delhi. So Ministry of Rural Development and IIT Delhi signed a memorandum of understanding for rural advancement through geospatial technology and artificial intelligence. Okay. So this collaboration focuses on Bhu Prahari project under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is MGNREGA. So officials highlighted the partnership's significance in enhancing the NREGA's efficiency and transparency, and the integration of advanced tech aims to modernize the rural development processes so as to ensure the accountability and optimal resource allocation. Fine. Here answer is B option, that is IIT Delhi. Now let's have a look at some of the important institutions that came into news. Recently, which institute hosted the webinar on Viksit Bharat Corporate Governance for 2047? This is IICA, that is Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs. Recently, the National Payments Corporation of India signed an agreement with which institute to conduct the joint research on blockchain and artificial intelligence technology. So, NPCI has signed this agreement with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. CSIR, Indian Institute of Petroleum, has signed a memorandum of understanding with which state to deploy the technology of making fuel from the pine needles. Here answer is Uttarakhand state. Recently, Ministry of Jal Shakti signed an agreement with which institute for the establishment of an international center of excellence for dams. So our Jal Shakti Ministry has signed this agreement with Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, so that they can establish an international center of excellence for the dams. Recently, the National Institute of Ayurveda signed an agreement with which country to promote Ayurveda and Thai traditional medicine. This is Thailand. Okay. So, National Institute of Ayurveda has signed this agreement along with Thailand so that they can promote Ayurveda and Thai traditional medicine. Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi recently inaugurated the National Institute of Naturopathy named as Nisarggram in which Indian city? This particular institute has been established in Pune city. Fine. Which one of the following best describes about INS Tushil recently mentioned into the news? INS Tushil is India's latest naval asset and it began the sea trials from Russia. It is the first Krivak 3 frigate that was acquired under the project 11356M, which is a 2016 intergovernmental agreement with Russia. So the project involves 4 Admiral class frigates with Russia supplying 2, which are these INS Tushil and INS Tamala. Okay. And India would be constructing the other 2. Fine. So these Talwar class frigates based on project 11356M are the stealth guided missile frigates tailored to the Indian Navy specifications addressing air, surface and subsurface dimensions. Fine. So INS Tushil is basically Talwar class stealth frigate. Option number A is the right answer. Fine. Now let's see some of the important Indian Navy related current affairs. Where were the Indian Navy's annual refit conference 24, that is ARC 24, and annual infrastructure conference 24 conducted? So both of these conferences took place in Mumbai. Fine. Which naval ship was recently decommissioned after providing 38 years of service to the Indian Navy? This is INS Nirupak. Recently we have decommissioned it and it provided 38 years of service to the Indian Navy. Who has been appointed as the Director General of Naval Operations in the Indian Navy? This is Vice Admiral A.N. Pramod. Okay. Recently, which 3 Indian Navy ships were decommissioned after providing 40 years of service? This is INS Cheetah, the first one. Second is INS Guldar and the third one is INS Kumbhir. All these 3 ships have been decommissioned now. Who has been recently appointed as the new Chief of Materiel of the Indian Navy? This is Vice Admiral Kiran Deshmukh. He is now the new Chief of Materiel of the Indian Navy. Fine. Recently, which airport was given the title of Best Airport in the Asia Pacific region? So answer is C option, Indira Gandhi International Airport. So this airport lies in Delhi and it has been named as the best airport in the Asia Pacific region for 6 years in a row. And this award is given by the Airport Service Quality Awards, which measures the passenger satisfaction using the real-time survey. Okay. So Indira Gandhi International Airport has been given the title of best airport in the Asia Pacific region. Now here our keyword would be airports, and now let's see some of the important airports that came into news. Recently the Government of India has declared which airport as an international airport. So Indian government has recently designated Surat Airport as an international airport. Recently, which 2 airports were awarded the best airport of the year at the Wings India Awards 2024? These 2 airports are, the first one is Kempe Gowda International Airport that lies in Bangalore, and the second one is Indira Gandhi International Airport from Delhi. Which airport is the venue of Wings India 2024, which is India's largest civil aviation event? So the venue for Wings India this year is Bengampet Airport, and it lies in Hyderabad. Okay. According to the prestigious awards by Skytrax in 2023, which airport was crowned the world's best airport for the year 2023? So answer would be Changi Airport, and it belongs to Singapore. Recently, which Indian airport received the recognition at UNESCO's 2023 Prix Versailles? This is again Kempegowda International Airport from Bangalore. Okay. Next is India's fastest and indigenously developed IP-MPLS multi-protocol label switching router has been inaugurated in which Indian city? So our Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has revealed India's fastest indigenous IP-MPLS router in Bangalore that would boast a 2.4 TDPS capacity, and the collaborations between the Department of Telecom, C.Dot and Niveti. This is the collaboration between all these three institutions, and the router signifies a major milestone in India's technological progress, which showcases the nation's prowess in innovation, right? So India's fastest and indigenously developed IP-MPLS router has been inaugurated in the Bangalore city. Now let's see some of the recent inaugurations. Recently, the Union Minister of Science and Technology inaugurated the first of its kind National Speed Breeding Crop Facility at which place? So Union Minister of Science and Technology inaugurated India's first National Speed Breeding Crop Facility at the National Agri-Food Biotechnology Institute, that is NABI, in Mohali, Punjab. So this facility will actually revolutionize the crop improvement programs by rapidly developing the advanced crop varieties through speed breeding methods. So it was established in the year 2010, and NABI is India's first agri-food biotechnology institute, which is dedicated to catalyzing the transformations in the agri-food sector. Okay, so NABI has actively contributed to the initiatives like Atal Jal Anusandhan Biotech Mission, that is Unnati Mission, and Biotech Kisan Hubs for various regions. Fine. Here answer is Mohali, Punjab. Recently, Prime Minister of India inaugurated the Kochrab Ashram in which Indian state? Here answer is Gujarat. And Indian Prime Minister visited the Sabarmati Ashram, inaugurating the Kochrab Ashram and launching the Gandhi Ashram Memorials Master Plan. He paid homage to Mahatma Gandhi's statue, and also he went to Hriday Kunj. Or not only this, he also planted a sapling and explored an exhibition. So Kochrab Ashram was established by Gandhiji in the year 1915, and it was then relocated in the year 1917 to a site along the Sabarmati River for agricultural and khadi experiments. Okay, so correct answer is Gujarat here. Recently, where was the Khelo India Rising Talent Identification Program inaugurated? Answer would be Chandigarh, and already we have discussed about this question earlier. Recently, where was the National Dairy Mela and Agricultural Exhibition inaugurated? So the National Dairy Mela and Agricultural Exhibition has been inaugurated in Jharkhand. Recently, where was the MSME Technology Center inaugurated by Union Minister Narayan Rane? It is Maharashtra. Okay. Recently, where is North India's first government homeopathic college being established? So North India's first government homeopathic college is being established in Kathua district in Jammu and Kashmir, and this college will be centrally funded and it cost around 80 crore rupees. So this college will have a hospital complex, administrative block and the hostels for male and female students, and the project aims to integrate the traditional Indian medicine with allopathy, which would provide the cost effective healthcare solution, right? So North India's first government homeopathic college is being established or created in Jammu and Kashmir. Now let's see some of the important current affairs regarding first in news. Recently, C6 Energy launched the world's first large-scale mechanized tropical seaweed farm in which country? C6 Energy has launched the world's first large-scale mechanized tropical seaweed farm in Indonesia. Recently, which state became the first in India to declare the man-animal conflict as a state-specific disaster? This is Kerala. Where was the India's first National Dolphin Research Center inaugurated? India's first National Dolphin Research Center has been inaugurated in Patna, Bihar. Recently, who became the first woman sniper of the Border Security Force? Answer would be Suman Kumari. She is the very first woman sniper of the Border Security Force. Recently, Rasan and Tubro commissioned its first indigenously manufactured electrolyzer at which place? Your answer would be Hazira in the state of Gujarat. Fine. The last question is, recently who has been appointed as Lokayukt of Madhya Pradesh? This is Justice Satyendra Kumar Singh. He has been appointed as the new Lokayukt of Madhya Pradesh. What is this Lokayukt? It is a state level authority that handles the complaints of corruption and maladministration from the general public. Okay, and the tenure of a Lokayukt is of 6 years. So governor of the state appoints the Lokayukt through nomination by the chief minister. Fine. Who is the new Lokayukt of Madhya Pradesh? Answer is Justice Satyendra Kumar Singh. Let's see some of the recent appointments. Recently, who has been appointed as the chairman of the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste? This is Kishore Makwana. Okay, he assumed the position of chairman of the National Scheduled Caste Commission and he is appointed by the President of India. Also, Lav Kush Kumar joined it as a member on the same day. And talking about this body, it is a constitutional body and it works to prevent the exploitation of the scheduled caste and promote their social, educational, economic and cultural interest in India. Fine. Answer is Kishore Makwana. Who has been appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Bihar? Answer is Mr. Brajesh Mehrotra. Okay. Who has been appointed as the new Advocate General of Rajasthan? Answer is Mr. Rajendra Prasad Gupta. Fine. Who has been appointed as the first woman Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court? Answer is Ritu Bahari. And last is, who has been appointed as the first woman Chief Secretary of Uttarakhand? This is Radha Raturi. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minuz Hadsana signing off.